Hello, everyone. I hope you're doing okay. I want to talk very quickly because I don't know how much space I have left on this. Um, I just saw something on Twitter. Today is Saturday, March 26th, 2016, and I just saw something on Twitter of a young lady. I think her handle was Rocket Girl. She's a sports fan. I want to say it was basketball. I'm not really much into sports fandom myself, so I don't know. But she posted a picture. I think it was today of her. The side of her hair was braided, not completely, but kind of just very lightly braided, like the top layer of hair was braided. And she made a reference in the comments something about my friend braided my hair to give it a ghetto slash chola look. It's something like that. And she got a flood of comments. I want to say it was at least 20 comments of people uh, who really were lambasting her, who were really jumping on her. They were casting a lot of aspersions on her for this. And of course, the majority of these people were black people. And the majority of those were black women. Now, I always expect people to start crying race appropriation and things like that whenever someone who's lighter does something. But this I found to be just absolutely disgusting. This was absolutely disgusting. This girl, she didn't do anything wrong. She deleted the tweet because uh, she got some tweets that were directly to her that said to her, delete this now, delete this, you've been warned. One of the tweets actually said that. It said, delete this, and it gave a line of periods and said, you have been warned. And that um, tweet got 100 plus likes. So that was 100 plus times she got the notification because her handle was put into the tweet of people who agreed with that. So I'm assuming she felt threatened, as I would too, as if someone said those words, "You've been warned." And this was from a black man. I think his a black male. Let's call him male. I think his handle was Ken Ken something. I don't remember. But if you put in the search on Twitter of Rocket Girl, you'll see a list of the tweets that mention that handle in it, and you'll eventually find his. I want to say it was Ken Get It Done or something like that, but it was a play on his name, Ken, which we assume is his name. But it said, "Delete this. You've been warned." And then another tweet said, "Black Twitter, handle this." Now, we all know there's a problem with these social justice warriors and their hypocrisy and their selective outrage and them bothering people about things that they don't bother themselves about. But for these people to jump on this girl, it just really struck me as absolutely just awful. And I don't understand how someone like Thunderfoot or Miss Misanthropist can be stifled. And I follow their work. They're not like this. They don't make threats to people. They don't have to. They have logic and reason, and they speak against uh, illogical ideas that people put out there, narratives that they put out there. But both of these two, had their accounts suspended for a time, and these people can do all of this, and nothing happens to them. These 20 or so people, and there could have been more than that, but that's how many I read. These people could get away with this. I mean, I don't understand. That doesn't make any sense. So for Twitter, whoever's governing Twitter, whatever system they have into place to govern what goes on their site, they need to be doing something more about this for people who are like this, who are making direct threats like that. You've been warned. Delete this. She didn't have to delete that. And what bothers me so much about this, I think, is that she did delete it. And it's like bending to the will of tyrants. You don't have to do that. There are people who are actually racist out there, and they post stuff all the time, and I don't see these people doing anything. They don't say any of this stuff to them. So it was just bothersome. It was very bothersome. Also, I want to say this quickly before, so I can wrap this up. I want to say this quickly. One of the people that I saw was a black woman who was very upset about this. She was saying it's how she used it, and she used the term braids and ghetto in the same sentence, and this is what I don't like. And first of all, the term ghetto, it in no way is exclusive to black people. Ghetto means slum, impoverished usually, a secluded area that's kind of cut off from the rest of the civilization. Um, uh, the first, I think I looked up the definition tonight while all this was going on. I think they said the term originated from Italy in the 17th century. So for black people to claim that now, so whenever somebody who's lighter than them says the term ghetto, of course they can say ghetto all they want, and there's no problem there. Of course not, no. But when someone else lighter than them says the term ghetto, they get very offended by it. No, stop. And this whole getting offended by things like this is ridiculous. You're not offended by all the things that are going on in this world, in this country alone. Out of all the things that are going on, this is what offends you to where you take action on this girl plaited the side of her head. That's ridiculous. So number one, the term ghetto does not mean black people at all. Number two, braids, this is going to shock you, is not exclusive to black people at all. At all. You can trace braids back to Celtic women and men wearing braids. Nordic people, they were wearing braids. The Vikings wearing braids. The men and the women, they had the children's hair braided. Goodness, this is bothersome to me. I'm gonna try to stop this at 9 minutes exactly. I've gone for 8 minutes and 27 seconds of talking this. So, thank the Lord it's kept up. But anyway, I don't understand why these people, and when I say these people, I'm not talking about black people in general. I'm talking about these specific people would get upset with this girl over something like this. This wasn't even anything wrong. It wasn't wrong. So she really needs to repost it or something, and don't bend to the will of tyrants like this.